So in your book, what are some of the topics that you're talking about that we haven't been talking about?
That's a good one. So I have seven stages of what I call masculine betrayal trauma.
Mm-hmm.
Don't ask me to tell you all of them. I'm dyslexic. I'm the worst at that. But
And it's early.
Yeah, and it's early. But the ego wound is a big one. Self-worth is another stage. The two of the stages I think we don't talk about as much.
Yeah.
One of my stages is anger, right? And that's just something because anger's kind of taboo. And when I talk to my guys about like healthy anger, they're like, how do you put the word healthy and anger together? Right? Society teaches men, don't be mad, don't throw things, don't yell, don't beat your chest.
We
right?
kind of go either explosive anger or stuff and say nothing.
Yeah, and then it's internalized and it comes out sideways. So anger is a big part. I think that's not in the conversation.
Yeah.
And then the other thing I talk a lot about, which was part of my experience looking back, I was kind of like, when I was writing this, I was laughing and shaking my head because one of my stages is like competitiveness and jealousy. And like some of the things I did, I remember I was conspiring against this guy. I was scheming, right? I was so into my fantasy, my intrusive thoughts. I was like, I'm going to do this to him. Like I knew this company. I knew he had a girlfriend at the time. I knew all this stuff. And I was I was doing research. I was actually spending time doing this, which felt great in the moment.
Yeah.
But what I learned doing this work now with men and what I've created is I was putting my energy and my focus on the wrong thing. I was giving him free rent, right, in my head, kind of idea. And it was lost. It was lost time, lost energy. I really needed to be working on like myself, and I needed to be angry at my now ex-wife and working on what was that.
I think that's so unique though, because, and I've experienced that when I've worked with men that have been betrayed. It just feels different. We talked about, safety seeking on the partner side as a female.
Mm-hmm.
This feels different. It may be part of safety seeking, but safety may not be quite right because you're talking about competitiveness and there's still another focus. But I think I feel like that is much different than what we experience on the other side, or at least there's a different.
Well, like you were using competitive. I mean, it feels like a competitive version of safety seeking. If I beat this guy, if I do better than this guy, then I'm going to be safe and I'm going to be okay.
And can I know you and I had a conversation about that.
We just talk amongst yourselves.
Yeah, we'll talk amongst ourselves. No, but you and I, when we had talked before this, the word safety, can we just talk about that for a minute? Do men resonate with, male betrayed partners? They resonate with that term, safety?
I will use that term, but I also kind of get blank stares with that term, right? Because, and where the men go is, man, I don't need to be, I am safe, I'm a guy, right? It's kind of, so then again, another ego thing. And so then I have to shift it to more around boundaries. What do you need so you can do your work? What do you need to try to move through this? So yeah, men don't identify with safety in this.
Are there other things that are just different for when that you've addressed that are unique for male betrayed partners that you're addressing in your book that kind of don't resonate that didn't resonate when you read the kind of for women?
I think men heal differently. The initial, like one of the things I've noticed is that compared to women, and I don't work with women, there's some stereotyping in here, right? But there's some truths in stereotyping. But like men want to fix this immediately, right? And most of the guys I work with say, like, I just want to pretend it didn't happen. I just want to put my head down. I want us just to keep going. We'll figure it out as we go, right? It's kind of one of the things I think how guys are wired, right? We'll just, and guys struggle with wanting to feel. Like in my men's group, that's one of the first things we talk about is permission to cry. And how crying, I think, is the bravest thing you can do as a human. Yeah. And guys don't see that as bravery. But, one of the things I love about this work is the men that do this work become so much more heart-centered and vulnerable, and they start to learn about how they put up walls and how they keep people out, how they don't speak their emotional truths.